Hi guys, this is a recording. Today is the 7th of May 2016. I'm going to just switch on this little box I've made here. You can see it's a plastic box, and I've got this bunch of, there are 10 individual 1mm diameter nanofibers. They're incredibly thin. I'll try and bring it up to the camera as close as I can. This is the off state. You can see it's very flexible. I mean, it's literally, you can turn this thing into knots quite easily. It's very soft. It's a very sophisticated nanoparticle infused optical waveguide. So I'm going to switch on the red LED, which is actually, it's a very low power. It's a 30 milliwatt LED, which are kind of almost garden variety sort of stuff. And you can see these individual fibers. They've got a very effective end light, so that the light that's injected into the bottom face, which is bunched together, the light conveys through the fiber and it propagates. These are 1 foot long fibers. This is 300 millimeters long. Some of it actually goes inside the box. You can braid them, and if you twist them, you get a really nice bright effect. Actually, it's very nice. You get a better brightness at the base where the light's coming in. Eventually, the light intensity falls off with distance, but certainly you can get the light to propagate, easily to 1 meter, so half a meter each length. So you've got plenty of length for laces. This is 1/2 of the laces. So that's the red, and I'm going to switch on the green, which is very vibrant. This is actually a very bright green chip they're using in the LED itself. It's a really nice material. You can see individual fibers. If I show you to the camera, it's very difficult to show you, but you can see, if I wrap it around my thumb like that, you can see it's a great material. Very uniform radial distribution of light. So true side emission, radial emission in this fibre is absolutely stunning. Obviously in a really dark room it would stand out really well, but this is actually a room with subdued lighting conditions, so it's not completely dark in here. I've got a few lights on at the background, but if I turn it right off, obviously you will see this thing glow like a maniac. But anyway, so that's the green one. The blue one is coming on right now. This is blue. The blue chip in this one is not particularly good. It's a very weak LED. It's an old 5-year-old LED I had lying around. I couldn't actually find the correct LEDs today because obviously all the shops are shut, but I can get something on, this week coming up. This is, as I said, the light coupled into these fibers. There's about half of it is lost through the coupling interface, but I can improve that with a very tiny I'm going to show you. This is mixing now. This is magenta. I've got red and blue LED on. You can see the lovely magenta color, very nice pink color. You can see the end light shining on my hand there, which is really nice. If you can see it has quite a considerable kind of like projecting capability. The light coming out of the end, if I take one of these fibers, you can see if I'll project it onto this piece of paper, you see it's very bright. It produces something like a full 60-degree cone of light coming out of the end of the fiber. So you have side emission, and you have also end light, which you can actually use to terminate tiny little extraction optics, which are kind of like little diffused balls, which could give considerable brightness on this. So very nice kind of decorative effects you can have on there. You can put them into a tiny piece of molded acrylic or polycarbonate or polystyrene, very cheap materials, and you can have like a little bobble or a ball or a sphere or a figurine or a character, and that will be suitably illuminated with this degree of light on here. So let's just say some other colours we've got on here. So if I put all of them on, you'll get white. Now this is white mixing. This is RGB, all primary colours on, and you end up with white light, obviously, because this is what white light's composed of 3 primary colours: red, green, and blue. So let's just turn off the. I've turned off the blue, and now we have red and green on. We've got orange light coming out, which is really nice. As you can see, if I pull the camera away, you can see it's quite a decent sort of length coming out of this little terminating box. And this is a very low. This LED would cost something like about 5 cents. It will be a surface mount with much brighter than this. This is just a bog standard LED I've had in my little collection for several years now. This is not the ones we'd use in production, obviously. I've just switched it over to red, which is quite a nice colour. And the green, I like the green actually. The green is really nice. So let's put green is this one here, very nice. So let me just send you this video, see how that goes.